Okay, we're going live. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to Fishy Hour. Kick off the music. So it's Wednesdays, guys. Today is a co-hosted day. We have Bryan with us. I'm going to let the music play out, and I'm going to bring Bryan into the stream so we can be side by side as I introduce the show to you guys. So you guys get to see his smiling face and get familiar with him. Here we go. You're on. Let me bring that pop that up. There you are. All right, Bryan.
Hey, I'm back.
Awesome. Good to have you back. So
What's
guys,
up, guys,
yeah, there you go. So guys, today on Wednesdays we're gonna have Bryan on as a co-host, and we're gonna focus more on bay bass fishing. Hence the new thumbnail you guys been seeing. Fish Hour with Roman and Bryan, and we're focusing on bay bass fishing. You can still ask questions about other stuff. You know how we do it, but we're gonna be trying to. Well, mostly Bryan's gonna try to teach you something. I'll be like the student and ask the questions that hopefully you guys would ask, and then from there, we'll evolve it into some quick Q&A. And if the stuff we're talking about inspires a question in you, then just get that question out, and it'll be helpful for everybody that's watching, not just for yourself. So, cool stuff. Bryan, do you have anything you want to say on that topic before we get going with some shout outs?
No way. Let's kick right into the drinks. Let's kick this show off.
Okay, perfect.
Like we normally do.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So the music's almost done playing out. I know you can't hear it, Bryan, but it's almost done. As soon as it's done, we'll get into the drink opening. While it's tapering off, I'll do some quick shout outs for Aiden, Jet, Sandra. You're in here too.
Hey,
right?
I'm in the chat.
Tyler, Coach Worf. Let's see, Todd in the house, TB Metal Art, Graham. I see John is back. Cool. Welcome, John. Dario, Salty Dangler, Shoo, Leonard, and Nate and Tyler. Cool, guys. All right, so we're gonna keep the show rolling. Okay, let me see. Cool. So Sorry, I'm not used to seeing this format on my computer. It's freaking me out. Oh, there we go. Got it. Figured it out. Got it. Okay, I'm back. I clicked something and it made my view change, so I was like a little bit confused.
Oh.
Okay, so cool. So we're both on now. Let's just jump into it, I guess, right? Let's get into the drinks. So do you want to go first or?
Right.
What?
No. I'll let you go first.
All right, here we go.
Please.
I'm gonna cheat and adjust my microphone so I could be in the right optimal angle for drink popping.
It's not a competition.
Yeah, just like the CCA thing wasn't a competition. Here we go. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best pop top you ever heard. I wish I had more fizz, but it's close enough.
Yeah.
All right, let's wait for the scores to come through, and then we'll do yours.
Okay. Well, I can't do any worse than last time I got a 0. Thank you. So, I've changed my drink selection. I'm off the Mexican water. So.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, not bad. I see some 6, 7, 9.
Oh, okay.
TB Metal Art 7.8. That's a very specific number.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so here's my drink.
There you go.
No, it's not a White Claw. It's Canada Dry.
Oh, there you go. Hey, tap on your mic. Tap on your lapel mic.
Is that it?
Okay, tap on your laptop. Okay, good. Okay. Making sure you're using the right mic. Awesome.
I'm new to this, so
no, that's good. It's good.
It could be a microphone across the room for all I know.
I know, right?
Hopefully it doesn't sound super echoey, but hey,
okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, cheers. So you're drinking Canada Dry?
I know, I'm such a wimp. Cool guests come on here and they've got some kind of exotic craft beer.
Wayne's always got some cool
awesome.
drinks. Shift over to your right.
A sugar-free soda. I'm drinking sparkling water.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all good.
I guess I know. That's what I like.
Shift over to your right a little bit. Perfect. Cool.
Okay.
So I'm drinking. This is what I'm drinking today. I got the grape version of the Zevia drink.
Oh, nice.
Grape soda. It's not purple or anything. It's still clear, but in my mind, I imagine it being purple.
It's the fake soda is what we drink. In 2020, that's what everybody drinks, fake soda.
Exactly.
Nobody has the guts to drink a real Coke anymore.
I know, right? Nobody has the guts to. Has the guts to put up with diabetes anymore. So, we're gonna focus today on something more specific, right? You want to give us a little preview?
Okay, yeah. So first of all, I would like to say I got this in the mail today, and I'm very proud of it.
Awesome!
I got my CCA membership card. I'm an official member. I signed up a little while ago, and I got some cool, awesome stickers, and I got my CCA membership. So I'm a legit member now of the CCA. I'm proud to support them. I'm going to stick one of these stickers on my boat, and I like what they do. They're out there fishing. They're out there fighting for our fishing rights. So if you haven't joined the CCA, it's a great organization. I'd love to see you guys sign up for this. So I'm proud to have that. I'm glad I got it.
Super cool. That's awesome. Cool. It's definitely a great organization. I think the website is ccacalifornia.org. ccacalifornia.org. Yep. What chapter are you a member of?
San Diego.
Okay, good. It's like,
Got to represent San Diego, yeah.
Awesome.
So, all right, that's awesome. I wanted to mention that, and thanks, Wayne, for everything you guys do out there. And I enjoyed that last tournament / get together. It was a lot of fun. Hope everybody that went had a good time with that too. And we've got a reigning champion here right now too.
Oh yeah, a reigning champion. Lucked out. Okay. Do you know what happened with the one they had in Long Beach or like in the up north? Did that happen?
That's a Wayne question. I don't know. Okay. I thought it was canceled, but I'm not sure.
Okay. So still reigning. Woo! Let's get
the only champion, as far as I know, on that. Woo! Reigning champion. Correct. Woo. Oh, my phone just fell. Okay, so as you guys know, I'm a bay bass fisherman. I'm not a tuna fisherman. I don't go way out in the ocean and go for big game. I stick to the bays. I fish for everything that's in the bay, basically. But mainly what I target is halibut and spotted bay bass. That's like the bread and butter fish of the bay. That's what most of us are going for. There's also sand bass and calico out there, and we love to catch those too. But I would say our number one fish is that guy right there, the grumpy spotty. We love to fish that fish. So we spend so much money trying to catch this little 16-inch, 14-inch fish, but we love it because he's awesome. He fights like a 4-pound fish, even though it's a little 1-pound fish. So the bite is awesome on the spotties. And probably the most common thing that we fish for spotted bay bass, at least me, and when I look around, is these little things. The swim baits. These are super common. It's probably one of the easiest things to fish for spotted bay bass. There's a ton of ways you can actually fish this thing. You can go as simple as if you're just beginning and you want to get into spotted bay bass fishing, this is an awesome way to do it. So you can go to the store, select your color, and then you can flex something as simple as this, which is a ball jig. Can you see that, Rome?
Yeah, that's perfect.
And this is probably, I would say, the most basic setup you can do. You buy a quarter ounce, all the way up to half ounce, depending on how deep you're fishing. I like the 3/8, and you combo this up, and you cast it out and you crank it in. And a lot of times, this is going to produce some good fish. And this is probably the most basic spotted bay bass setup I know. A lot of people fish that. If you want to get fancy, you could buy different types of heads to hook up to this. Yep. This is a super universal bait. Here's one that's the same kind of thing, but it's got a weed guard on it right up here up top. So that turns this bait into a weedless bait, which is awesome. So there's so many variations of it. This is my favorite way to fish it, which is it's a jig head, but they've added a spinner underneath, an underspin. And what that does is while it's going through the water, this is actually spinning and it creates a flash, and that creates an attractant or a reaction from the fish. So if you've gone to jig head, you've gone to weedless, you want to try something else out, you can always try one with a cool bait underspin with a blade underneath. And these are super popular. I know a lot of you guys fish them. Here's a bigger version. Swim baits actually come in all kinds of sizes too. Here's a big one I'll use for calicos. Got a huge hook. It's probably about an 8-inch swim bait. I mean, they come in all kinds of ways, swim baits. They're really universal. You can even buy them pre-rigged, like this one. This one comes right out of the package, already with the jig head, already with the hook. Those are awesome too.
Super cool.
So there's tons of ways to fish these things. Popular one they sell too. Yep.
Yeah, give me a second. I need to give me 1 second. I want to jump in here real quick. Guys, if you have questions, put your questions put capitalized question : your question, and when I see a good stopping point on the topic, we'll start asking your questions. That way we have stuff queued up. So go ahead and keep asking questions. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm sorry guys if I'm talking so quick. I'm trying to get through the basics of this really quick. I'm going for the guy that he's tuned into Fishy Hour. He's never fished for a spotted bay bass. I know most of you guys are thinking this is basic stuff, but I want to start at the beginning ground of basic fishing.
This is perfect.
So that's why I'm going through the basics here. Most of you guys already know this stuff, but if you're new to fishing, that might be some information you didn't know. You may not even know what a swim bait is. So you might have that's why I'm starting this route.
A little gap in your knowledge. Yeah, it's perfect for guys like Zachary. Zach just got on. He's been commenting on my videos. He finally jumped on Fishy Hour. Zach, you tuned in at the perfect time, dude. This is be perfect for you because he just started fishing for spotty. So this is great. Go ahead.
Awesome, Zach. I hope you get something out of this video. But we're talking about swim baits here and what to do when you get to that store. So they make these guys here, Kitech. They come in different types, colors, sizes. This right here, it says the size right here, 2.8 inch. This is a smaller one. They're very popular. They make ones that look like Kitech, but they're not Kitech. Like this is the Bass Pro Shop Ski Shad. They swim similar to a Kitech. A lot of these guys use these. Even Cool Baits, we make our own swim baits also. And when you get to the store, guess what? They've got a million colors. Let me show you guys something. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes of just 3-inch swim baits because I'm weird. I don't know.
No, it's
I have about every color known to man. So when you go to the store, you're going to go in there and you're going to pick out your colors, and you're thinking, okay, what the heck? Usually when you go into the tackle shop, you're standing in front of a giant wall, and underneath there they have bins full of these swim baits, and there's probably 50 to choose from, maybe 50 colors to choose from on one side. So you're brand new, you haven't experienced anything. What are you going to fish? I think the most common ones that we fish are what we say match the hatch, which is the natural colors, which are colors like grays. Are these coming across good, Roman?
Yeah, you might want to shift the camera a little bit to towards the cool bait sign, because you're getting off center by a lot at this point.
There we go.
Perfect. How's that? Perfect. That's excellent.
So the natural colors are probably the most popular. At least for me, I like fishing natural colors. I think the fish might be looking for this type of color, and that's always been my kind of theory, the natural colors. And then they also make, I don't know if I call them wacky colors or unnatural colors, but they also make colors that are like this, like blues, pink, chartreuse, all kinds of different colors.
Well, that bright orange one looks tasty.
And okay, so the topic I'm getting to now that you guys I've introduced what a swim bait is does the color matter? This is a huge topic. I hear this when I'm fishing with you guys and I'm on the mic. Somebody lands a fish, somebody gets it in, and the first thing always ask, what color are you fishing? That is probably one of the most question I've heard across Discord while we're live fishing of any other question. What did you catch it on? What color? Because we're usually fishing swim baits, and usually it's a green, it's a natural color. Some people are out there with chartreuse catching them though. So I'm trying to figure out, does the color actually matter, or are these colors for the fishermen or for the fish? The company's putting out these colors because when you walk up and you see this super hot looking orange, yeah. You're looking, dude, that thing's on fire. How can that not get bit? Yeah, you're like, what the heck? That's a brand new color too. I just got this thing today. I've never seen this color. But you walk in, you see that, you're like, wow, is that what they're doing? They're just selling the fishermen. They're not actually selling, I guess, to the fish. So what I'm trying to get to today is, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you think it's color, or do you just think these spotties are reaction fish and they see something coming by, and the second it goes by, they just nail it? So my question, and believe it or not, guys, I'm bringing out the whiteboard. Here it comes. Get ready. This is not TV metal art, but to me, this is art. When I'm done with this, I might hang this up.
That's so oh, that's so perfect.
Okay, guys.
That is art right there.
This is the 20. Can you guys see 1 through 21?
That's perfect. Yep.
Okay, perfect. So this is the 21 colors I fish. I got to peek over here. This right here are my natural baits. These are probably the ones I go to like 90% of the time.
Right.
But sometimes I'll go up into these wacky colors,
yep,
or unnatural colors, whatever you want to call them, and I'll catch fish on those too. A long time ago, I hit number 18. That was like my go-to. I've mentioned that before. I love the dark green. That's my go-to. And I fished it. I tore it. I got tons of fish on that. And I went to the tackle shop after I ruined them all. And guess what? It's not in stock. I can't get it.
Oh, wow.
So it forced me to go to this guy,
yeah,
number 19. And guess what? It was tearing it up, catching the same amount of fish. And I didn't buy very many of it. I ran out of that. I bought this one, which looks like a mackerel kind of,
like
same result.
Yep.
So I had so much confidence in this, I would always go to it. But now that I've fished that a lot, I got confidence in it too. So was it actually the lure or the swim bait, or was it just a confidence issue, I think? Am I just confident in it? Like, okay, I throw this pink one up here. I cast it for 10 minutes. I don't get a fish. I'm like, oh, it must be the swim bait. That's not catching anything. So I always go back to my ones I have confidence in,
yeah,
which would be these three, which I don't know if that's a crutch. But I started fishing some of these guys, especially this one. It's kind of a chartreuse. It's similar to that,
yeah.
dark green.
Yeah.
And guess what? I started catching fish on that. So I started thinking, does this even matter? Can I choose any of these and catch spotted bay bass? So what I'm going to do over the next 4 to 6 weeks is I'm not going to fish this. I'm getting out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And I've been fishing long enough. I know how many fish I catch in a day. I know, I know tide and weather and a lot of things have to do with this. But I've been fishing long enough to where I know what's biting, and if I fish something all day, if it's working. So what I'm going to do over the next 4 to 6 weeks is leave my comfort zone, and I'm only going to fish this, the top row here, just to see if color makes a difference. And my hypothesis is, I don't think it's going to. I think that I could pick anything on here, and I'm going to be able to catch fish on it, hopefully. But what I want you guys to do today, can you see the numbers and everything on here clearly, Roman?
Yeah, hold it up a little bit higher. Right there. Perfect.
Yep. Okay, guys. What I want you guys to do today is take a good look at this board. It's the day of the tournament. It's the next CCA. We're all going to try to dethrone the champion, Roman. So it's the night before the tournament, and we're at the tackle shop. We can only buy one swim bait, and this is one that you're comfortable with. This is one that you know you're going to go in there and you're going to win this tournament. In the chat, I want you guys to pick one swim bait, pick the number, and put that in the chat. And I'm going to track what you guys are fishing also on here. I'm not using this information for myself. I'm just like,
it's a good way to do it.
I want to see, because when I get to my conclusion in, let's say, 4 to 6 weeks, I want to see if you guys have the same mindset as me, where you're fishing the bottom row stuff and you're not even looking at this stuff.
That's true.
So in the chat, I want everybody to participate too. We've got like almost 30 people in there, so I'm hoping we get 30 people. Nobody's here to judge. If you pick bright pink, that's fine. That might work. That works on Calico. It's awesome.
Hold on. Let me. That's perfect. So I'm gonna interrupt this broadcast for 1 second, guys.
Yes.
There's 29 people in the chat and only 9 likes. Bryan put a lot of work into this diagram. Let's get this going, guys. Hit that like button. We're out here making nice content for you guys. Wah. All right,
no
there
way.
You go. The like
button. I love doing it.
The like button is blowing up now. Okay, good. Thanks, guys. Let me go back to your regularly scheduled program.
Awesome, guys.
Okay, so
you had a chance to
ready?
look at it. I want to. I'm going to give everybody another chance to take a look. Pick your one go-to, not the one you think is going to work. The one you've been fishing, your go-to, and you only get to pick one.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull this back away, and
I'm ready.
Roman, without telling me names or anything, just go ahead and give me the numbers. I'm gonna start hashtagging which one.
Perfect. So I got 1 vote for number 5. 3. 17. 17 again. 5. 2. 18. To 2.
Sorry, this is taking so long, guys, but it's
okay.
Science.
It's exactly, it's science. 16. 13. Okay.
Wow, we're all over the map.
I know, right? 3. 18. I got 2 16s. So 2 for 16. 2 for 11. So 11, 11.
Ooh, the new color.
Yeah. 5.
I want everybody to participate, guys. Get in there.
14. 19. 8. And 7. Okay, if you guys already put in your one selection, don't put it again. Only do it once.
Everybody gets one.
Let's see. I think here's another one. One more vote for number 5. That looks about right. Looks like everybody.
Okay.
Cool.
That's about everybody. Okay, so
sorry, we have one more 20. And I would go with 5 for me. Because I like the chartreuse in there.
Okay, interesting, guys. So you guys are kind of like me. You're going towards that. I would consider that a natural. It has a little bit of chartreuse in it, but it's got that dark green. I mean, it's not like a pink.
Yeah.
So not quite natural, but chartreuse is popular. But yeah, you guys are like me, looking like the bottom row is pretty popular. This guy right here, that's amazing. 2 people in both those, huh? This is, I think, Christmas tree. That's a good one. I think this is a brand new one. I've never fished this one before. So if you guys have fished that thing, I'm interested to see how that thing does. I think that's going to be the first one I throw out.
Yeah, the 11. It's so bright.
Yeah, 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the whole nuclear option again.
So I hope this chart, I can bring this out again. And next time I bring it out, I'm going to have a fish count on it. And remember, I already know these catch fish. I've already caught fish on them.
Yeah. What are you averaging on an outing?
25 to 50 a day.
Okay.
Depending on the tide, and depending when I get out there and how long I fish. So that's 25 to 50. But I'm also gonna asterisk if it catches a halibut too.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's a good point. Good point. Okay, so should we on our outings should we one up it and like everybody pick a color one week and fish that color?
Well, the thing I want to go with is now we know what we like. Yep. Let's choose one we don't normally fish and see if it makes a difference. You guys have all fished this one, it sounds like, number 5.
Yep.
Don't fish that next time. I want you to go out and fish something that nobody's even chosen.
Yeah.
Get the hot purple one.
Hot purple one is okay. Go ahead. And
the reason I only chose, these are all MC swim baits. They're all just a little over 3 inches. The reason I chose is because if I started mixing in Kitech and Speed Shad,
it changes the
Big Hammer,
the science.
I picked this one because they make so many colors and it's a popular bait in San Diego and they're easy to get.
Yeah.
So I chose MC to do the science project just for that.
And the only variable you're changing is the color.
Only variable is color. They're all poured the same.
Yep.
So.
Sweet. I like it. So, all right, guys. So here's what we're going to do next. I'm sorry to interrupt for a second. Let's,
go ahead.
Brian still has a sign up, choose one that you haven't fished before. And that's the one you're going to try to fish next time you're out. See if you notice a difference. Okay. So I want to choose, that number 4. Number 4, the purple.
I'm going to try number 11.
Okay.
That one looks crazy to me.
right.
I mean, if you think about it, there's nothing in the bay that looks like some of these.
Yeah.
There's nothing in the bay that's bright pink. So if we end up fishing these and we catch as many fish on these, to me, might be our conclusion that color is not that important.
Yeah.
I know there's variables. Some guys say go black at night or go with the darks at night.
Yeah.
If it's cloudy, if it's sunny, if the water's clear, there's a lot of variables that can go into choosing your bait.
Cool. Okay.
And I do that, but I can't include every variable. So we're just going to go with to see if the odd colors do catch bait. Fish.
That's cool. That's perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna jump on the screen with you real quick. So split screen this thing. Okay. You can probably put the swim baits down and center yourself up back on the front film. There we go. All right. So looks like Cal's gonna try 11. Captain Dan's gonna try 11. Salty's gonna try 11. Let me see 11.
They're gonna be sold out of 11.
Yeah. I know. Do you guys need the chart again? You want to have Bryan hold it up one more time so you guys can take a screenshot?
You know what? And I'll go ahead and take a picture of this too.
Perfect.
And I'm going to make this like a San Diego wide. I'm going to post this on my Instagram and ask people to, at Bryan Likes to Fish, I'm going to ask people to pick one on there too.
Perfect.
So maybe not just Fishy Hour, but the entire, whatever
wants to participate.
You can all share. The more results, the better, I think.
Perfect. All right, cool. There you go. Take a screenshot and you have it. I'm going to see number 11. Oh, okay, that looks cool. It's like an orange and white belly. That's cool. Oh no, that's the bright one. The hot pink, the hot red, hot orange. Yeah, I'm going to change mine to hot orange. I'm going to change mine to 11, but if I can't find 11, I'm going to go with 4, the purple. All right, guys.
Okay.
Cool.
So that's our science project for the next month.
I like it. I'm going to scroll up and start trying to find some questions while you kind of give us a little breakdown. So that's it.
Absolutely. Does anybody have any questions about swim baits? I know I've kind of just barely tapped into it.
So Nate's got.
I'd love to hear a few questions.
Here's a question from Nate. I'm not sure when he asked it, but I just scrolled back up. He says, Bryan, why does Cool Baits not make a weed guard head? Ooh.
We do. Okay.
Go ahead.
You want me to answer that or do you want to?
No, go ahead. So sure. They don't make one. While you're bringing it out, I'm going to say they don't make one with the stuff that sticks out of it. They make one.
So hopefully I've got one. They do make a weedless version, but it's an offset hook. It's not a weed guard like what you're thinking of.
Yep.
Okay, here's one right here. Perfect. It's all rigged up.
Yeah, I kind of like this design better because I don't like having the weed guard sticking up. I feel like it takes away.
So here's your standard cool bait. It's the hook is sticking out of the top of the swim bait. And here is the weedless version of it. You can see the hook just barely comes out of the top. You can even shove that in the swim bait a little bit to make it totally weedless. But I'm going to take the swim bait off so you can see what it looks like. But it's basically an offset hook, and it makes it weedless. So that's their version right there.
Super
cool.
Cool.
Great question.
Cool. Good question.
The version Roman is talking about is like this one.
Yeah.
There's a war bait with a weed guard.
Yeah.
And these work pretty good too. These have this little like fiberglass thing on them, and they keep the weeds out that way.
Yeah. See that? Can you hold that up for a little bit longer? Sorry. So
Sure.
on this one, guys, they just put a bunch of those weed guard things on there, and it's just like a whole bunch, more than you probably need. If you're gonna use this one, I recommend you cut some of those off, so it's less tension on the bite when the bite happens, because otherwise the fish has to actually push down all those little fibers. So I trim those down. I think because they mass produce them or they have them made, you can't really tell them. Oh, you only put like 5 strands on it. You got to go in there. You got to tweak them. Anyway.
Yeah, that's great advice.
Cool. So let's go back to some more questions. Aiden's got a question about what are good lures for fast trolling.
What's up, Aiden? Hope everything's going good in Ohio. Glad that you asked that question. Fast trolling. So what do you consider fast trolling? Are you talking about trolling behind a boat? Or are you talking about behind your kayak? Fast trolling to me, I go with the swim bait. I like these MCs because they actually have kind of a small paddle tail. They're not huge. And some of the other manufacturers have a huge paddle tail on them. And if you get those things going real quick, it looks ridiculous. The thing is literally it almost too much kick. So Aiden, If you're specifically talking swim baits for a fast trolling, I would try to find one with a small paddle tail. That would be my advice on swim baits if that's what you're looking for. Kitex, they've got that big round one, It's see if I got one like this. You can see the size of this paddle tail. It's compared to the size of this paddle tail. So these ones, I mean, this is awesome if you're doing like we do, where you're pulling it in very slow, because it doesn't take much movement for this big paddle tail to get a nice smooth kick. But trolling faster, smaller paddle tail.
Perfect.
If you're talking swim bait.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so let's see. Zach asked a question about what brands of swim baits do you recommend? For this test, we're doing Big Hammer, right?
No, MC
swim baits.
MC, the chart I showed you is all MC
swim baits. And these are the reason he's doing MC swim baits is because they're all readily available in most shops here in town. So it'll be easy for any of us to go and just grab a couple. That way we can do.
Go to Bait and Tackle or Fisherman's Landing, you go to any of these places, they've usually got a big bin full of swim baits, and those are usually either Big Hammer or MC.
Yep.
So they're readily available to get, and that's why I chose those. If you're asking what swim baits I like, I love MCs. I love Kitex. Only problem we have with Kitex is the fish we're fishing, spotties, they're ferocious. I mean, the Kitex are made out of this kind of soft material, and they work awesome. They're Kitex. They're legends, they're awesome, but the spotties can tear those up. Yeah, I mean, you might get one or two fish out of those if you're lucky. So when I'm spotty fishing, I tend to go for the MC. It lasts a little longer, but a swim bait that I came across that's really durable and it's similar to a Kitex is these Bass Pro Shop Speed Shad. They're very similar to a Kitex. Let me open this thing up. They have that same ribbed look with that big paddle tail, but they're way, of course I broke it. They're way stronger than Kitex, and that's why I fish those too. Yeah, so get out there, experiment with different ones, find what materials you like. If you're going out there, you're taking 5 Kitex, you get 4 fish, and they've all been destroyed, and you just spent $7 on bait. You may not get those again for spotted bay bass, but I would look for durability in swim bait.
Perfect. And Zach's got another question. I think his question came up before we did the experiment. He asked if there's a better color during time periods or different bays or seasons. And that's what we're trying to figure out with this science project.
Awesome. Right? So that is the number one question. And okay, get this too. You go into the bait shop and you're looking at the wall and the dude's helping you and you say, "Hey, what's a good color?" I ask that every time just because I want to, and I'll get out of 10 answers, I'll get 9 different. Out of 10 questions, I'll get 9 different answers. So
that's funny.
I think that the color is what you're confident in. That is my prediction to this. Is whatever you're confident in. If you're confident in those natural colors, I think in your mind you're catching tons of fish on that. If you're confident in a pink and pink's working for you, awesome. You can tell that to everybody too. That hey, I'm confident in pink. But like I said before, are they selling these things to the fishermen or are they selling them to the fish? I mean, the sizzle sells the steak, right, guys? So you want to look at a lure and look at that thing and think that lure is going to catch you a fish. So this is the grand big experiment. We're going to all pitch in on this, and we're going to see if color makes a difference. I can't wait to see the results.
We're going to figure out once and for all with science. And I was going to say, oh man, I spaced on something. I didn't want to interrupt you. I'll remember it next time.
Please, I'm probably talking too much.
So no, it's good. It's good. Something that you said triggered me. I was going to make a comment, but I completely spaced on it. Earlier, when you were talking about the Kitex and you said there like that you catch a couple spotties and they'll mess up the bait really quickly. I was trying to make a joke about what is it? I forgot what the joke was when we were on the water, but like if you catch one spotty, it costs you like 3 Kitex.
That's the ratio. Yep. That sounds about right. I mean, let's be serious, man. Spotty fishing's not cheap. They tear up our gear, man. We go through it. I mean, the other last no, 2 weeks ago, I handed Cody Slinging Lead a bag of used swim baits. It was a 1-gallon bag, and it probably had about 100 of them, and that was only this season's worth. So
Wow.
we go through a lot of these guys.
Oh, cool. Here's a good question from Sandra. Can you post the names of these colors with the number for reference?
I wish I knew the name of all of them.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sorry. If you want to see the chart one more time, Sandra, I'll hold it up. And I'm going to post a picture of this on my Instagram. So if you need to reference it at any time, you can always go back on Bryan Likes to Fish.
So let's do this.
I don't know the color name.
So
I'm sure if you go on MC's webpage, if somebody wants to make a spreadsheet, they've got the numbers already. Yep. If somebody wants to do that, go for it.
I think that's the way to do it. So can you do me a favor and also post that picture in the Discord? And that way we have it, we have it as a reference. And then if anybody wants to volunteer, and call them or go to a shop or something and just like fill in the blanks basically. Well,
I think you could probably go on to Tackle Warehouse. I think they're on there, and they have a picture with a name. So you could probably, while you're shopping for them, I don't know if they'll have every color on there. And I don't know. This is a local company, so maybe some of these things are just local colors too. He may have 5 that he sells online, and then a bunch that he gets for the local area. So
yeah,
they may not even have a name.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Cool. Well, that's good. That's good. It opens it up more stuff to look at. Okay, so Leonard's got a question. Do you prefer the round body Kitex or the flat body Kitex?
I always usually get the round ones. Only because they come to that nice point, and they seem to fit the jig head a little bit better.
Okay, cool. Mr. Graham's question up here. See, Graham says,
and they're a little fatter. Sorry.
Oh, where's perfect? Graham says, I'm also a freshwater bass angler, as you are. Okay, sorry. I'm also a freshwater bass angler, as you are. Have you ever thrown the purple robo worm for bass? Those are large mouth killers.
Was that Garrett that asked that?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's Graham.
Oh, Graham. Sorry, Graham. Graham. Oh, my gosh. So I think the robo worm you're talking about is called the Martini or Martinez, something like that. And it's dark purple on top, light purple on the bottom. And yes, that is a drop shot king. That particular robo worm, if you go to any bass tournament, almost everybody has that rigged up. That's the bread and butter color. Like I said, I don't know if color makes difference, but everybody goes to that one. So it's I might actually have one in here. It's made by RoboWorm, and it's like a little tiny worm. We don't usually use them on spotties. No, I'm sorry, I don't have any of my freshwater gear in here. But yes, I do use that, and yes, it is fire, and yes, that is my drop shot color. Congratulations on solving that mystery. Everybody fishes that.
That's cool. Let's see. Salty's got a comment. Just he says he wished you guys used extra wide gap hooks instead of the weedless on the weedless instead of the offset worm hook. Is there a difference? It's a smaller shank at the head, I guess.
Okay, so he's talking about a different offset hook. I couldn't quite understand that question.
Yes,
or is he talking about an oversized bigger hook?
I said I think he means he wished you guys used the extra wide gap hook on the weedless version of the cool baits instead of the worm style offset hook. But I thought it was
okay.
Oh, is it because one bows down, right?
Yeah, it bows down underneath it, and it comes up like when you're Texas rigging something.
Right,
it has that big bow down.
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess our molds probably aren't set up for those, or the cool bait molds probably aren't set up for those. But also, this is more of a straight line.
Yeah, so. I'm also thinking like for the straight line because you don't want to bow too far because then it's going to get in the way of the blade, right?
Yeah, I think people like that big bow because it kind of, if we're bouncing over a rock, the swim bait never really touches it. The hook kind of hits a rock, or or it goes over a log.
Yeah,
those are really popular for that because you got that nice hook underneath it, and that's what's dragging on the bottom, not the actual swim bait itself. So I think that's why it's popular.
That makes sense.
But if I'm not the cool bait owner, but I go over there all the time and I'm building baits, and I would say it's because the molds probably don't fit that hook very well.
That makes sense. Cool. Well, it's good to kind of talk about that stuff anyway. It's perfect. I'd say I'm gonna keep going with some more questions. Says Bo says, how do you properly thread the weedless cool bait?
Okay.
Probably use that same one you had already on there, so you don't mess up another bait. Let's see. Here we go, Bo.
So you're gonna basically mark it where it's gonna come out, right?
Oh, I think I dropped you. Are you still there? Wait, there, you're back. You're back. Go ahead. You said you're basically gonna mark it. Sour from you're basically gonna mark it.
It's almost the same way as the. I'm doing this live, and this is hard to do with looking at the camera at the same time.
Yeah, hold it up higher.
Almost the same way as you're gonna go down. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to actually describe how I'm doing this. So you're gonna feed it through. Can you guys see this?
Yep.
You're gonna feed it through a little bit lower, and you're gonna come back to that place you marked, and then hook it up through the bottom so that it's flush with the top. You're gonna want this hook to end up right to the flush top of this. And if you want, you can pull this forward a little bit and grab it on a little bit of the rubber, and that'll make it totally weedless. Does that make sense? So if you want, you can go onto the Cool Baits webpage, and they actually have Sean, the owner, showing you exactly how to do this.
Cool.
I'm not gonna do it live, but it's deeper into the bait so that the hook is actually on the very top of the swim bait. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah. You do have to start the. Sorry, let me go back on screen with you guys. You do have to put the hook into the bait at the front, and then come out of the bottom first.
Yeah.
Before you come back out.
And then you've got it. And then the part I was talking about where you mark it, where it comes up through.
That's when you come back in. That's when you come back in through the bait.
So you're going to start out like this, and then it's going to come up into that place that you marked. So it's like that.
Yeah.
Did you guys see I did that?
No, it was a little bit low.
So you're going to start out like this.
Yeah.
And then you're going to part you marked. You're going to come back up through that, so that the tip is barely sticking through.
Yeah, I think the confusion happens in the beginning. You go into the front of the bait. I'm gonna use this little magnet guy. You go into the front of the bait through its nose, and then you come straight down out of its chin. But you only go as far in as that first section of the hook. Can you hold that hook up? Oops. Yeah, see how that little quarter inch between the head and where the hook starts to that first bend? That's how far you want to go into the face, and then you go straight down, and that way you have that little section that's basically pinched between those two, the first S curve. Yep. And then
just like that while it's in the bait.
Exactly. Right. And then the hook is completely out of the bait, and then you go back through and you thread the tail through it where you marked it. Yep. Cool.
Thank you for the description on that, Roman.
No worries. Cool. That was good. That's a good question, Bo.
Awesome question.
Let me get back on there. Cool. Let's see. Do we get Garrett's question? Yep.
Watch that video with Sean, though. He's a pro at it. He does it in like a second. He describes it perfectly how to do it.
That's perfect. Okay. Did I miss some of the Garrett's questions? Yeah, good stuff. Cool. All right, guys. If you have any more questions, just throw them in the chat. We're going to talk about. Otherwise, we're going to just kind of ramble on for a little bit.
Yeah. So it doesn't have to be a swim bait question either. If you just have questions right now about the bay, the San Diego Bay, Mission Bay, specific on spotties and halibuts, I'd love to answer those questions.
Perfect.
Okay. So the next topic I want to talk about is probably the thing I like to fish the second most besides the swim bait with an underspin, which is, guess what, guys? The A-rig. I know all you guys love to fish this. Yeah. So I want to talk a little bit about the A-rig.
Cool.
So
we're at 747 right now.
Holy smoke.
Isn't that crazy?
My gosh.
Do you want to save this one for next week? Or
what do you guys think? This is going to take me probably I can't believe that time flew by that fast.
I know, right? It's perfect. It warrants, I think, its own hour.
Yes.
What do you think?
Okay, so let me just I have another subject I'll talk about
Okay,
besides
yeah.
the
Okay, perfect.
The A-rig's an important subject, I think, and I think we need to spend some time on this guy right here.
Yeah,
But I'll give you the gist of it. I'm going to show you next week if we
perfect.
talk about the A-rig. When you buy this guy, guess what it comes like? This. This doesn't look like this when you buy it. So I want to talk about what I do to my A-rigs, how I modify them, and how they've been working for me. So I think you're right, Roman. I think this might require a little more than 13
Yeah,
minutes.
we'll end up going far into the night with this one, and it's a really good topic. And actually, it worked out because it's a good tease too. So, guys, the next Wednesday, Bryan's gonna be back again, co-hosting. Eventually, guys, what's end up happening is we're getting Bryan set up. As you can see from the quality of his video, it's much improved. He went and got he went and got a camera today or this week, and he's making progress. Awesome. Good on you. He's not only just working on bettering his fishing, but he's battling technology, dude. So it's super cool. Right on, Bryan.
Right. I'm not a technology guy. My next upgrade is obviously the mic. I don't know how my sound sounds, but
sounds good.
Hopefully that'll be my next upgrade. I'm off the Chromebook. I actually have a webcam now, so hopefully it looks a little better. Although this is what a high def face looks like without makeup. It's terrible. I don't even watch the replay. I don't even want to see what I look like in high def. I might have to tone it down if I see this and it looks so bad. I might have to go down to 480p, guys. Might be a huge embarrassment.
That's funny. No, it looks great. So perfect.
Sometimes you don't want to see yourself in high def.
Right. So we're gonna go to topic number 3 of the night, and we're gonna skip topic number 2, and we're gonna bring that back. So it's got a full hour on next Wednesday, and so A-rigs next Wednesday, guys. It's gonna be awesome.
A-rigs, how to modify them for Mission Bay and San Diego Bay, how to get them to work. Okay, so this is a topic that was. I mean, we've all been fishing braid for a while, right? Almost everybody has switched over to it, it seems like. There's very few guys out there fishing mono. There still is guys out there fishing mono. I'm talking specifically for spotties. I know when you're fishing yellowtail or big game, you're probably not going to be fishing braided line. But for spotted bay bass, which is what I'm here to talk about, pretty much all of us fish it because it's awesome. It lasts way longer. It has no memory. It's durable. It goes through that rocks. It goes through the grass. It's very sensitive. We can feel every little twitch of it when it's on the bottom. So we've pretty much all switched over to a braided line. I've already talked about weight. I think last time what pounds I use for my braid. I'm generally like a 10 to 20 pounds, depending on what I'm throwing. But we never talked about what has happened is tying on these leaders. Yep. So most of us now have gone to braid. And we figured out if we tie a leader onto it, it makes it more invisible. So that last 6 feet, so when you have your pole and you have your last 6 feet, or 12 feet or 10 feet or however you like, is a usually fluorocarbon leader, which is these guys right here. This is a Seaguar. I like this leader. And so you go braid to leader to lure, and that's just to get the clarity of it. So when you walk into the tackle shop, you're going to see a bunch of stuff. You're going to see braid. You're going to see all these different leaders. And then you're going to see a thing called just fluorocarbon mainline. And then you're going to see something that's called a leader line. And what's the differences? Why am I spending this right here? This Seaguar is, I think, $18 for 25 yards. So this stuff is not cheap. You go in there, and are you willing to spend $18 for 25 yards? Versus if you just get mainline fluorocarbon, you get 250 yards for about the same price. So you're getting 10 times the amount for the same price.
Dang.
And what I want to talk about...
Bryan just saved you a bunch of money right there. You know what you can do with that? Hold on a second. You know what you can do with that extra money that Bryan just saved you? You can go support me on Patreon, son. All right, I'm gonna go back. We're gonna go back.
I'm a true fan.
That's right.
And then there's also monofilament. That will also work as a leader. And this is probably the least expensive way to go. Now, what I'm going to really talk about, though, is what is the difference between mainline fluorocarbon and leader line fluorocarbon. And there is a difference between these two, believe it or not. What you're paying for when you buy this for 25 yards at $18 is it has a different coating on it. And it's meant to be abrasion resistant. So the theory behind this is it's a really stiff line, it's super clear, and it's got a different mixture to it. It's fluorocarbon, but it also has a coating on it to protect it against abrasion. So that's the sales on this, abrasion resistance. Now, regular fluorocarbon is still awesome. It's super clear, but it doesn't have that abrasion resistance coating that this one has. So that is what you're paying for. With spotty fishing, is it worth it? I mean, if you break down the math, let's say a standard leader, 6 feet, what are you going to get out of there? There's what, 25 yards, that's 100. So what are you going to get, about 15 liters out of this, if my math is right? Versus, 10 times that amount with this. Is it worth it? And we go through liters quite a bit. I would say I change my leader out almost every time I go. It gets shorter and shorter throughout the day. By the end of the day, you've got like a 3 foot, 2 foot piece. You end up switching it out for the next session. So I have been doing my own research on this. I've been going out and I've been fishing fluorocarbon main line, not the leader line. And I tell you guys, I think I'm getting as many strikes on this as I am on this. So I don't think the clarity is that significant, even if that matters with spotty fishing. I mean, back wasn't too long ago, most of us were fishing straight braid and still catching fish, right? That might be another science experiment. Start fishing straight braid and a leader and see if it makes a difference. I think it does. I support the theory that every little thing adds up. So you start out with your basic combo, you get a better reel with a better drag, you get a better pole with a more sensitive tip, you go to braid, all that stuff starts to add up, and that produces more fish. So I subscribe to everything adds up. So my conclusion with this was, this works awesome. I think a standard fluorocarbon mainline is a great way to go. Yes, this is more abrasion resistant. With this, you might have the possibility of it scraping on the rocks and losing that big fish, but I haven't had that experience with this. It seems to work just as good. So it's another science experiment, I guess I'm calling it, that I'm going to fish this throughout the summer. I know what this one does. This works awesome. I want to fish this a little bit more out the summer to see if this works just as good as this. So you'll get 10 times the amount of line out of this than this. And I'd love if you guys type in the chat what experiences you've had with this, or even using mono as a leader line, because that is a very inexpensive leader line. And the cool thing about mono, though, is it has that nice stretch to it. So if you're used to fishing mono, if you go from braid to mono, and when you go to set that hook, it feels like it has like a big shock absorber on it. So that mono stretches out, and it's a pretty cool feeling. But the braid has a total different feeling. When you pull it, that hook is set instantly. It doesn't have that big stretch. But you can also use this as a leader line. So, and leader lines come in Seaguar, Berkeley makes it, everybody makes it. And it even go from different types of leader line. They have a blue label, they have a green label, they got a gold label. Each one, if they say, is slightly better. I usually don't get into the super high end stuff, just because it's like $39 for 25 yards, and that's ridiculous. I don't even think about purchasing. That's ridiculous. The gold label. I won that one time in a raffle, and I used it up, and it was nice, but I didn't really notice the difference from their blue label to their gold label.
Yeah, that's cool. That's interesting. Let's see. Their stuff's gonna come through right now in a second. I see. Slender says I use Seaguar red label for all my leaders.
Yep.
I think I use that one that you have, that blue one, or
the blue Seaguar. Yeah, and I'm not exactly promoting Seaguar itself. It's just.
Oh no!
I don't know.
I just picked up the green one actually. The other green one you had. I think it had like a 15-pound green Seaguar.
Yeah, I think this might be this is the premier. This is their more standard blue label. So I'm not promoting Seaguar. I think they're the inventors of fluorocarbon leader material, cool. And they seem to work really well. I've had good success with them, so I'm sticking with that. But also, I've been trying this Berkeley Vanish. I heard good things about it, so I've been trying that as a leader line, and just to see if I could save some money on this. I mean, it gets expensive when you got 9 poles, you got 9 leaders. It gets expensive, guys.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm giving this a shot. I hope it works out. I hope it's just as good.
It casts the same. It doesn't feel like it curls up or anything.
Well, this stuff does stay a little bit straighter. You guys have
Yeah.
all left your leader spooled up overnight, and when you pull it out, it looks like a big slinky.
Mm-hmm.
Mono is really bad about that.
Yeah.
Mono, if you leave that thing on the line, that's one thing about when we used to fish mono or we fish braid, and this floral leader that also does not keep memory. That's a great thing to bring up. This does give you a little bit more memory. It's not
Cool.
quite straight because it's not quite as rigid.
Right. And then Salty's saying he started out using the mainline fluoro and had and had more heartbreaks due to shredding the line. Then after that, I switched to the good stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did, Salty. I know that works, but I'm just trying it out to see if it's worth it. I know there's a possibility you might get that world record on there and you skimped out, but I mean, we're fishing a lot. We're breaking a lot of leaders.
Yeah.
I just want to, if I'm specifically talking spotty fishing, I just want to see if there's a difference.
Right, that makes sense.
If I notice the difference on fish, I'm losing. So that's a to be continued topic too.
Yeah, Sandra,
I've been doing it for a little while and I haven't noticed too much of a difference yet.
Cool. Sandra says she uses Seagar offshore and Vanish inshore. That's cool. Yeah. That's a good way to do it too.
Yeah, I could see if you're going for that trophy yellowtail or if you're going for that trophy tuna, don't skimp. I wouldn't skip. You know, we go out there and we catch 25 to 50 spotties when we're out there usually. So if we lose one, it's not the end of the world. But if I went out on a tuna trip and I took into a 150-pound fish, I lost that, it would be devastating.
Awesome.
I wouldn't skip on the big game.
Perfect. Cool. Let me do a quick shout out to Muto. Welcome to this channel, dude. He said he just bought a kayak and found this channel looking for tips. Well, welcome to come back every night. We're out here at 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, making fishy content for you and answering your kayak fishing questions. What part of the world are you fishing in? Let us know. Most of us here are fishing here in Southern California, but we got guys from Ohio like Aiden and Oscar over in Texas. So it's expanding. So we're open to helping you trying to figure out your bite or your setups. So let us know. Cool. Awesome.
I'd love to go to the chat and if anybody has any questions, hey Sandra, what's up? You got to see I was fishing live and lost my A-rig live. She told me to retrieve that. So I think she was the only one. I think she was the only one watching live. So
that's cool.
Still on that.
That's cool. Okay, cool. So I don't see any more questions coming through. Cool. Muto is in Carlsbad, so you're in town. Cool, good stuff.
Oh, cool. Hey, what's up, Muto? I'm usually in the chat on the days not besides Wednesday.
Yep.
So I'm right in there with you. You're on the right place if you're looking to talk fishing, especially San Diego Bay fishing.
Perfect. Okay, guys. So I think that's gonna be okay. Here we go. I see a question come through. Oh, we had this question before last week actually. Have you ever caught the same spotty multiple times?
Oh man, I think that was last week's question. Chet asked that last week. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if there's one dumb one down there or there's 100 of them down there. Are we catching the same fish over and over? Yeah. I'm not exactly sure. I think me and Roman have a video planned for the far future when this COVID's behind us to dive down in some of these spots and see how many are down there.
It's the same fish 32 times.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know the answer to that. I'm hoping there's a million of them in there and we're catching different ones.
Right. Cool. All right. So, cool. So before you guys go, I'm going to give you guys some stuff to do because I need to, we need to grow this channel to 1,000 subscribers. The sooner the better. So we can stop doing Twitch and we could just do everything here on one place. But until that happens, I went ahead and set up, I'm going to actually show you guys a browser real quick. Let me bring up my browser. Where is it? Here it is. Nope, that's not it. Here it is. Okay, so you know how I've been going back and forth with fishyhour.com and repointing it to this stream and then repointing it to the Twitch and doing all this other stuff. And sometimes I don't have enough time to kind of be messing around with that stuff while I'm trying to get my regular work done and run the channel. So I went ahead and built fishyhour.com, the actual website. So now, let me show you guys real quick. See if my browser shows up the right place. Oop, wrong browser. See, let's go here and choose a browser here. This is what happens when you go live. So browser window, I want. This one? Nope, not that one. I want. Is it this one? Yeah, that one. Cool. There it goes. Okay, it's working now. All right. So now, if you're confused as to where we're streaming, all you gotta do is go to fishyhour.com. It's gonna take you to this webpage, and this webpage has a link to the YouTube channel, a link to the Twitch channel, and whatever day it happens to be. For example, today's Wednesday, Bay Bass Fishing with Roman and Bryan, right? Bay Bass Fishing advice. Then we field your questions and help you troubleshoot any fishing issues you are having. And then at the very end, it says on the Fishy Hour YouTube channel. And then you click on the Fishy Hour YouTube channel. It takes you to the channel where that live stream is happening. Okay. We also went ahead and populated the top of the site in case you invite your friends over to the show and they don't know what the show is about. Send them to fishyhour.com, and it's got the explainer video here. It tells them what we're all about, how the show came about, and basically reads the stuff below to them. And at the very bottom, we have the playlist that's, I guess, now 93 episodes in of the show. And you can watch, if they wanted to, the whole show from the latest episode all the way back to when we first started, when the COVID started. So all those episodes are here, and they can watch them on this page, or they can link to the actual YouTube channel again. Okay. And then the very bottom has got a couple more links. What I'm also gonna do on this site is I'm gonna have episodes. I just started doing this, so as you can see, episode 1 of Fishy Hour was April 1st, 2020. And when you go there, it's gonna have the actual episode for you to play it, and it's gonna have all these different timestamps of what actually happened in that episode. So we'll be able to use it as a resource. Like, for example, say you can't remember when Coach was talking about being a snake charmer, right? And you wanted to go look that up. You could go into the site potentially and type in, like, here we go. What is Tiger King? I think Darren brought that up, that he was watching Tiger King, and I didn't know what Tiger King was about. And then so we talked about it for a good 3 minutes. So if you remember something that was discussed on the show and you want to come back and rewatch that section, you would just come back to this page, find the thing you wanted to review. Like, for example, let's see, cactus coolers. We're talking about cactus coolers and my childhood story. Then you go to 18 minutes and 6 seconds, and that's where the cactus cooler story starts. So it makes the old content that we've already done more usable, and it also makes it to where it becomes like a resource for you guys that are new. You can start to go back and look up different things. And once all of these descriptions get populated, it's a lot of work. Once all these get done, then this website, you'll be able to search for those things. So I can search for, pirate sailor. Okay, let's see if it's working already. Search for pirate sailor, and it brings you to the episode that has something to do with pirate sailor. There it is. Okay, so now I go into that episode and I can actually figure out, okay, pirate sailor, here it is. And I want to start watching at minute 28 and 35 seconds, and that's going to be in that episode, ready for you to learn from, right? I know you guys are probably wondering what pirate sailor is about, so go and check it out. So that's like one of the things that, like, of course, all these Patreon donations and all the stuff that we used to do with super chats, all that money goes towards making the content for you guys more accessible and making more of it and making it more usable like this. Like I basically set up a brand new website for just Fishy Hour to make it easier to get to, and also to make the content more accessible and indexed, I guess you could say. Okay. So that's going to be happening right now. I just did 3 episodes. I'm going to do the whole library, and I'm going to do all again with the description with links so that you guys can find the important information to you. Okay. So it's going to be a great resource to have. Down the road, eventually I'm going to start asking for sponsors, and that's where we're going to be able to put sponsors here where it says recent comments. I'm going to replace that, and we could put sponsors here that are willing to pay a little bit of money to be on this website in front of you, because you'll be here looking for advice, getting some good information, and their products or services will be on the right. And that'll be another way of possibly making income to, again, make more things for you guys that are going to be useful. So that's my whole goal with this, is to make more stuff that's going to help you become better anglers. Okay. While we're on the topic, here is here it is, public view. Here is a Patreon page, guys. If you guys appreciate the stuff I'm making, I know that now that we're on the Fishy Hour channel, that that is not monetized. If you guys want to hop out with the contribution with the monthly contribution to the show, become a Patreon of the show, go to this page. You can get to it by going to romancastro.com/bit. We'll take you there. I'm gonna bring up the where's my chat? Where'd my chat go? Sorry guys, I missed the chat. There it is. So I'll put that in the chat for you guys to check out. That would help a ton because it's what basically helps keep the show running. Okay, and it keeps. I don't want to say keeps the lights on because I have a full-time job, but it does justify the expense of putting out the content and making the time to do this every day and whatever contribute. Okay, so that's the pitch. And let's see. Let me go back to the split screen with Bryan over here. Let's see. Oh, that's a full screen. All right, cool. We're back. All right. There we go. So again, the most important thing you can do right now is just subscribe to this channel, and so we can get to 1,000 subscribers, and then we could do away with some of the Patreon pitches, I guess. Even though Patreon is good, it's a good way to support. Cool. All right. So remember, next Wednesday, Bryan's gonna be back, and we're gonna go talk about A-rigs in depth. Right?
Yep.
Do you want to focus just on A-rigs next week?
We'll see.
Okay, cool, perfect. So, but for sure we're doing A-rig. Go ahead.
Yep. No, go ahead.
Cool. For sure we'll be doing A-rigs. And then if time allows, I think it's gonna be busy. I think it's gonna be busy enough with the A-rigs, and it also gives me time a little bit to go fish and get some underwater footage with that stuff, and hopefully I can splice it in like we were doing earlier.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, did you want to? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So I'm not like Roman. I don't put together these awesome videos, but I took a little bit of footage last time we were out on San Diego Bay, and I think it's pretty cool. I wanted to share it with you guys. It's only like a minute-long video, but it's an MMFC outing. I don't know if this is done. This is live TV. I don't know if anybody's shared a video like this before, but
it's perfect.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
So I'm gonna switch switch the screen to myself, and when you're ready, when you have it queued up, we'll put you on full screen. Okay, looks like you're queued up.
Wait, okay, I'm queued up. All right, go ahead.
All right, here we go. All right, you're on Fishy Hour, San Diego Bay.
And there's Leonard.
I see Leonard going for it, making the Zuniga cross. Like he threw his hand up. That's awesome.
Yeah, and we were all kind of sketchy if we were going to go across this. That's why I see Jet right here shooting across.
Jet gunned it.
Literally Jet. There goes Jet.
Jet looks like he's a pebble skipping on the on the water. That's good. That was a good one.
And then because he did that, here comes Joe.
monkey see, monkey do.
He's like, you go first.
That's fun. Did he make it? I guess we're about to find out.
This might be a blooper.
Yeah, you gotta time it just right.
Okay. Actually, he makes it.
Okay, good. Awesome.
So this is us heading into actually where we've done fishing, and Salty is a long ride. So
yeah, we all
trolling Salty Dangler behind the boat,
trolling a kayak for largemouth, for bluefin, trolling a kayak for bluefin. A lot of us called it quits, and Salty and Bryan stayed out and fished a little bit longer. And then, so on the way back, he decided to tow Salty in. That's awesome. Oh, that's them passing us. They caught up to us.
Yeah, that's Roman, and I think that's John, and maybe Leonard there.
That's so funny.
And we're passing them up. And then I give Salty the boot right there.
Nice. That was awesome.
Not much of a video, guys, but...
No, it's good. It's fun because it gives people an idea of what we do out there on the weekend.
Right. And we have a great time out there, guys. So if you haven't gone out with this group, they're a great group of anglers. They're super fun to fish with.
Cool. All right. So while you're getting yourself back on screen, I switch it over to myself. And guys, if you guys are interested in hanging out with us, like as far as like fishing with us, we're totally respecting the social distancing thing, and we're not meeting in a group. We're not meeting up and giving each other high fives or any of that kind of stuff. We show up, and we go about our business to get our kayak in the water, and then once we're on the water, we can say hello or whatever. If you see somebody unpacking their kayak, you can wave at them and say hello and say what's up. I'll see you in the water. But we're both on the screen now, Bryan. We're split screened, and we will basically jump in the water, get on the kayak, get in the water, and once you're on the water, it's pretty safe. We don't get any closer than 6 feet. And what we'll end up doing is we jump on the Discord comms and we can talk to each other while we're fishing. It's pretty fun. It's pretty entertaining. I know a lot of you guys already know that, but for those of you that are new, like Zach and Muto, that's kind of what we do. If you guys are interested in that, the first layer, I guess you could say, of our like Mad Max Fishing Club would be to go to like mad-max.com, and that's going to take you to our Facebook group. And then there's a post that's pinned, an announcement that's pinned that gives you all the information about our Discord server, right? That's the way you would jump on the Discord. And if you show up and you don't know how to set up Discord, we'll help you set it up before while we're on the water. We'll kind of just walk you through it. But anyway, the first stage, I guess, or first level, the first the pledge to get onto the Mad Max Fishing Club. It's not a real club, guys. It's a made up group, but it's a real group of people, right? It's not a real club, but we do love fishing, and we encourage positive attitudes and a positive learning environment. We're all here to learn. We're all here to get better. And so if you're of that attitude, of that mindset, you're more than welcome to come fish with us, more than welcome to join in on adventures. Again, the way to go there, the easy way would be to go to Facebook and look for Mad Max Fishing Club. That's MACKS, or Mad-Max Fishing Club. Don't do Mad Max without the dash. There's some weird dude that dresses up like Mad Max. He's probably getting a bunch of hits now. He's like, whoa, I'm getting popular. And then I couldn't get that domain. But yeah, that's where most of the information is for our get-together. That's where we vote. Like right now, I think so far what's winning for this Saturday is a night session in San Diego Bay. Do you do night sessions, Bryan?
Not normally, no.
Not normally, okay. Okay, so I might do a morning and a night session. I might do like a short morning session and then do a night session, because I need to do some recording as well. But yeah, cool. That's it, guys. I think. Do you have anything else you want to say before we sign off?
Yeah, guys. I know tonight wasn't really like informative on how to fish stuff, and it's kind of more like I wanted to introduce this as a science project because I think it's going to segment maybe into shows later. So I know I didn't talk a lot about techniques and where to fish, what to fish, that kind of stuff like I did last week. I'll get back into that a little more, but I wanted to dive into this subject tonight of color because it's very interesting. No,
I appreciate the way you did it today, because it's we're actually going to experiment with it and get a real answer based on not just like what somebody thinks or one guy's experience. It's going to be like a lot of us trying to do the technique. So I like it. That's cool.
Yeah. So later, for further episodes, I'll be talking about techniques and stuff like that. But today was just kind of setting the precedent for this. So let's hope it goes where I want it to go. I want to figure this spotty color issue out. I'm ready. We've all been thinking about this way too long.
Exactly right.
It's a solid fact.
That's awesome. Perfect. Okay, guys. Tomorrow we're gonna have a guest. Oops. There we go. Sorry about that. I thought I had a guest lined up, but it didn't work out. So I'm going to be scrambling tonight and tomorrow morning to try to find a guest for tomorrow's show. But I'll figure it out. I have a couple of guys that are in reserve on just in case something like this were to happen. I hate to tap into that resource so quickly. So I'm going to be scrambling tomorrow morning and tonight to try to find a guest for tomorrow. But don't worry, I'm going to have somebody out here that's going to be helpful and understands what we're trying to do here with the show is to help you guys catch more fish and just encourage the stoke and have some fun fishing. So good stuff. All right. So I'm going to kick off the music. Music just started. I know Bryan can't hear the music because he's on Skype, but the music has started and we're going to sign off. I'm going to do some shout outs. Zach, thanks for jumping on here. I hope you enjoyed the show. Welcome to the show. Keep coming back. Share with your friends. Muto, again, also welcome to the show. Share with your friends if you enjoyed the show, if you enjoyed this episode, if you thought it was informative. Shout outs to Arnie. Shout out to Wayne. I'm not sure if he's in here today, but shout out to Captain Dan, Sandra, Roy, Adam from Adam's Fishing Channel. Let's see, Coach Worf, Aiden. Okay, I was about to say Ryan, but Hyder. Welcome back, Hyder, again. Hold on. I'm gonna take down the music again. So everybody say happy birthday to Hyder. It was his birthday yesterday. I was on the water and I couldn't shout him out. So happy birthday, Hyder. I hope you. Happy
birthday, Ryan Hyder.
Yep. And many more. I wish you the best. I hope you the good health, good fortune, and all the best, dude. So happy birthday.
Hey, dude, and I'm gonna say, don't give up those fluorescent pants and go to black. Keep the fluorescent going. Those are awesome.
exactly. Perfect. Let's see what else we got on here. Make sure I got Leonard, Salty Dangler, I want to say the regulars or the regulators, right? I see Jet. Let's see who else. Graham. Let's see. Who did I miss? Dario is back. Dario, welcome. And Adrian El Matador. Good to see you on here, dude. Cool. All right. So most of you guys, if I missed you, I'm sorry. You didn't comment enough. All right. Cool, Bryan. So it was good. Thanks for jumping on the show and
thank you for having me.
Sharing the knowledge with us.
I really have a lot of fun doing this. The one thing I like to do is talk about fishing.
Perfect. All right. We're going to close you out.
All right. See you guys. See you next week.
All right. Good night, everybody. I'll see you guys on Discord in about 10 minutes. 5 minutes. All right. Good night. Okay.